Okay, so I'm Dr. B, and I'm going to be talking to you today about how to launch your own CBD product line. Just going to give you a few tips. I only have a half an hour, so I can't tell you everything in that time frame, but you should walk away with some really good information. Okay? Who am I? Who am I and why should you care? Okay, so again, I'm Dr. B. I am a former federal police officer, military veteran, college professor. Now I'm the cannabis queen. Yes, I got it right. All right. I've been in this industry for over 3 years now. I have helped launch several successful companies. I've worked in the dispensary area, managed dispensary. I've had grows, I've had deliveries, I have been raided by the DEA 2 weeks before harvest time, I've been robbed, all that good stuff that happens when you're in the cannabis industry. So I noticed that, you know, there's a few key things that are very important to launching your own successful product line, especially as it pertains to CBD. There are a few things that are very important as it relates to being a cannabis entrepreneur. And I want to talk about those things. So first things first, mindset. Okay, so we're familiar with Oprah and Steve Jobs and all these beautiful people here. You become what you believe. You are where you are today in your life based on everything you have believed. So the first thing that I tell people if they're interested in getting into this space, besides getting a lawyer, a cannabis attorney, and making sure you have a lot of money, is making sure that your mindset is in the right place, because this is becoming a very competitive industry. There's a lot of people that are getting into it right now. It is one of the nation's #1 industries, and because you have an opportunity to make a lot of money, you also have an opportunity for a lot of corruption. So first things first is mindset, because you're going to run into some very stressful situations 9 times out of 10 being a cannabis entrepreneur. The laws change regularly. How many of you are cannabis entrepreneurs right now? Okay, so you already know. All right, you know about the laws changing, you know about the stress and all that. Okay, good. I'm just making sure I got the right room. Step 1, develop a healthy mindset. Identify your why. Why would you want to get into the cannabis space in the first place? What is it that motivates you to be here? Creating a solid routine, a morning and nightly routine. This is one of those industries that you can easily get lost in, because there is an overwhelming amount of information sometimes, and then sometimes there's not enough information. Creating a routine morning and night, creating goals for yourself and using visualization techniques, using affirmations and meditations. Now I know this sounds like some basic groundwork thing, but you have to have a foundation in order to build anything. Otherwise you will not have a successful company, you will be stressed out, okay? And probably consuming way more of your products than you intended, okay? Okay, make sure you have a work-life balance. Okay, have a de-stress systems in place. Times where you can unplug from this industry. It gets really, really hectic. And like I said, there's things that change every day. Another thing you want to know when it comes to being into the the cannabis space is the history. You'd be surprised how many people enter into this space and have no idea of the history of hemp, have no idea of the history of cannabis being used as medicine. It's very important to know the history of where we have come from so that you can understand where we're going and the politics that is often involved in this particular industry. Here are just a few facts. You must know your expenses, okay? How much is it gonna cost for you to get into this space? Now this is, of course, this is just an example. You don't have to have $500K and above to get into this space. You can easily start with $20K. It just depends on what exactly it is that you want to do here. But here's an example of what some of your costs would be for an individual who is looking to get into the CBD space, okay? I'm going to go over target market a little bit later on as we talk about branding, but you have to know who is your target market. Who are you selling your products to? You cannot be everything to everyone. So it's very important to niche things down. I see y'all in the back. Hey, Flock Good, shout out, hey. Okay, that's another thing, yep, talk to you later. Okay, making sure you know your target market, okay? You can't be everything to everyone. Are you going to market your products to pets? Are you going to focus on women? Are you going to focus on in the sports arena? Okay, think about things like that. You also have to have CBD product knowledge. Okay, so let me back up the choo-choo train. I used to manage a dispensary. It was actually San Diego's, one of San Diego's first licensed dispensary. I took that dispensary from 0 to 2.6 million in sales in less than 6 months, and then in a year's time frame took it from 2.6 million to way over 6 million. The space is 330 square foot space. So it's very important to niche your products down. Again, product knowledge. I'm going to talk about the 5 main forms of CBD. Going to give you an idea of isolate versus full spectrum versus broad spectrum. Talk about 6 types of CBD products, and then some trends and uses of CBD. Okay, so here are the 5 main forms of CBD that you're seeing on the market these days. CBD oil, CBD isolate, CBD crystals, wax, and e-liquids. Now, if you're creating a CBD product, these are things that you want to know, okay? Some trends in the CBD world that I'm seeing these days. Okay, we have water-soluble CBD. That is a trend. People adding terpenes to their CBD. That is also a trend. This is a terpene wheel from Leafly.com. Anybody familiar with Leafly? Yes, Leafly is like everything, okay? Very informative website that gives you a lot of information about cannabis. Again, this is a terpene wheel. So people are adding terpenes to their CBD product formulations. And if you guys don't know what CBD is by now, CBD stands for cannabidiol. Cannabidiol, it is a non-psychoactive component of the cannabis plant. It does not get you high, okay? So terpenes, this is a terpene wheel. One of the terpenes that I like to point out that people are adding to their products, like as a standard these days, is caryophyllene, beta-caryophyllene. That particular terpene is known to help inflammation and muscle spasms and pain, for example. One of the companies that I launched, a CBD company that I launched, we added beta-caryophyllene in our CBD tinctures, in our products, and we also gave back to children with epilepsy. Okay, you need to think about, am I going to use isolate or am I going to use full spectrum? Am I going to use broad spectrum? These are terms that are thrown around in this industry, and here's what they mean, okay? Something to think about as it relates to isolate versus full spectrum versus broad spectrum. Full spectrum will have some THC in there, so that's something to think about. Broad spectrum CBD oil will not have any THC in there. The reason why this is important, it could be between failing a drug test and passing a drug test, okay? Anybody want to keep their job today? No? Nobody wants to keep their job today? Okay, well, do what you got to do. But just keep that in mind when you're creating products. Okay, so CBD products, you're allowed to have up to 0.3 THC within your products according to the U.S. Hemp Farm Bill. But let me just say that if you continue to consume CBD that has 0.3 THC, it will build up in your blood system and you may fail a drug test. Okay, keep that in mind as you are creating CBD products. 6 types of CBD products that are common on the market today. You got a lot of vapes, a lot of vape companies these days. CBD topicals are really, really popular. A lot of people love them for localized pain relief. CBD wax is very popular. You can dab that. Any dabbers in here? No, just me? Oh, yay! Okay, CBD edibles have become quite popular. People love gummies. Like gummy bears just really attract a lot of attention these days, and they're really a good way to consume the CBD easy and quickly. CBD capsules, tinctures, and sprays have become quite popular. Tinctures are awesome because they absorb in your body sublingually, so they hit your bloodstream faster. CBD for pets, becoming extremely popular. Wonderful company that's in the showroom today, Vet CBD. I love that company. They have quality CBD products for dogs and pets. Well, cats too. Any cat lovers out there too? We love cats. Okay, excellent. Another thing you want to know, excuse the typos here, but you have to have a little overview of the industry so that you know how big this industry really is. Just looking at it says the hemp industry sales grew to 820 million in 2017. Okay, that was in 2017. This industry is estimated to reach 1 billion this year. That's just on the hemp side of things. That's just on the CBD side of things. There's so many other cannabinoids within the plant, like CBG, CBN, etc. So what is leading the trend in CBD creation? Well, CBD oil, personal care products, okay, food, and textiles and supplements. Uses of CBD. So when I used to operate dispensaries, I talked to patients all day long. Okay, I've seen tens of thousands of patients. I was connected to a dispensary that was also connected to a pain management clinic, and I saw patients all day. I mean all day. I saw everyone. I saw your uncle, I saw your auntie, I saw lawyers, I saw doctors, I saw everyone and their cousin. The top 3 reasons why people go into dispensaries in the first place: they have pain, they can't sleep, and they have anxiety. And I think all those 3 things are probably connected. Okay. Another treatment or uses for CBD that I often find are inflammation, arthritis. CBD can be used for nausea. It's also been used in cancer treatments. Okay, let's get into the good stuff. All right, so the world is changing. The cannabis world is changing rapidly. Once upon a time, you could create products in your kitchen, and then you could take it to the dispensary or whatever and say, hey, I just made this the other day. This is from my kitchen. These are brownies from my kitchen. Here you go. Guess what? It's not that way anymore. It's all about branding now. It's all about packaging. Why? Because of regulation, because of competition, because that is the day that we're living in. If you do not have a brand, then you are severely missing out on an opportunity to package yourself, okay? So let's get into branding and talk about it a little bit more. So what is branding, okay? A brand is a unique design, sign, symbol, words, or a combination of these employed in creating an image that identifies a product and differentiates it from its competitors. Over time, this image becomes associated with a level of credibility, quality, and satisfaction in the consumer's mind. Thus, brands help consumers in a crowded marketplace. This marketplace, let me tell you, like when I got into the CBD space years ago, there was not a whole lot of CBD buzz around. It was all about THC, and then all of a sudden, it's just like overnight. Now it's in Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin, so CBD is in Wisconsin, you guys. If you didn't know that. Okay, a legal name for a brand is a trademark. Moving forward, why? Why bother even branding your business in the first place? Because brand gives you recognition. What does your logo say about your company? What does your logo represent? Okay, logos are the face of the company. You want to make sure that you're showing the best face. Branding increases business value. It attracts investors. Investors don't want to see, oh, I got this, I got that, I got this cream, I got that cream, but you don't have a brand. Investors want to see a package. How do I know? Because I just secured $200K for people that I'm consulting. Their investors gave it to them. Thank you. They want to see a brand. They want to see an image, not just a bunch of miscellaneous products, okay? That's what's missing. Branding increases leverage in the industry. Branding generates new customers. It creates trust. You become a household name. We don't just want our customers to buy from us one time, do we? Do you? No, we want to create a lifetime customer. How do we do that? By making sure we have a quality brand in the first place. Again, continuing, branding improves employee pride and satisfaction. It creates a sense of belonging, purpose, and morale. It creates trust in the marketplace. People are more likely to do business with brands that they can trust, Okay. Supports advertising. Branding helps you target your advertising, and ultimately it saves you money. You will not waste money as if you have a brand. Spread your message with promo items. Okay. If you have a brand, then you can market better versus just having all this miscellaneous products. A lot of people have miscellaneous products. Let me tell you, they will not be here 20 years down the road. Okay. How do I know that? Again, I was working in a 330 square foot space, and I'm going to show you that space that we were able to make 2.6 million in, okay? 10 ways to develop your brand. Review your business strategy. Again, what do you envision for your company? What is the vision? You have to have a vision. You know, they say without a vision, people perish, okay? You got to know where you're going before you even get there. If you don't have something in mind, then you're going to be all over the place. Make sure you know your vision, okay? Target audience, again, who will you sell your products to? Niche it down. You can't be everything to everyone. Research your target audience. What do they like? What are their dislikes? Know your brand positioning. How do you differ from others? What makes you unique? Again, why should anybody buy your products versus products over here? Okay, that's the bottom line. Think like a consumer, because we're all consumers. Think like your consumer that you're reaching, that you're attempting to target. Okay. Create a message strategy. Let your potential customers know what you're all about. What's your message? This is an opportunity to share the world what it is that you want to talk about. This is your platform. Your company is your platform to share your message. Not just to buy products, okay? Because people are not buying products, and I'll get into that later. Create a name, logo, and a tagline to communicate and symbolize the brand. Develop content marketing strategies, okay? Create awareness and visibility for brand, become the expert, strengthen your reputation. Create your website, make sure that you stay on brand and choose the right message for your brand. We'll talk a little bit more about staying on brand shortly. Build a marketing toolkit. Create pitch decks or e-brochures that explain key services and offerings. Implement, track, and always adjust. You will be adjusting until the cows come home in the cannabis industry. I can guarantee you that. All right, so what is a brand archetype? Anybody familiar with archetypes? Yay! Okay, you got a couple people, excellent. Well, this is really important, honey. This is the cat's pajamas. If you don't know about archetypes, you're gonna learn today. Archetypes. Archetypes are a concept originally conceived by famed Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. Okay, archetypes are instinctive tendencies that shape human behavior. So we're getting into the psychology of creating products. These are things you must know. You have to dig into the minds of your consumers if you want to actually sell them, okay? In marketing, a brand archetype is a genre you give your brand based on symbolism. The goal of brand archetypes is to anchor your brand against something iconic, concepts already embedded within the conscious and subconscious. In the minds of both the brand owner and the public, aligning with a brand archetype makes the brand easier to identify. It helps the brand stand out. Your brand archetype is the personality of your brand, okay? A lot of companies, especially these days, that kind of start up overnight, they don't have a brand personality. They're easily forgotten and easily lost in the sea of CBD products, okay? Because everybody and their cousin and their cousin's cousin is creating CBD products, okay? Just so you know. 8 reasons you want to know your archetype. Like, okay, Dr. B, are you lying to me? No, I'm not. Here are 8 reasons you want to know your archetype. It can help you and your customers better understand your business, can save you time and money by creating consistency in advertising, okay? Can help you create brand recognition and brand cohesion, creates brand identity, creates emotional connection, gives you an opportunity to tell your story, encourages brand loyalty, can help create the right products for your target audience in the first place. Okay, so this is a Brand archetype wheel. You can take pictures of this. Is a wonderful thing to take pictures of. This is actually the citation is underneath. This is from therightcopygirl.com. Wonderful wheel. As you can see here, there are 12 common archetypes that businesses tend to fill in, starting from the top: nurturer, ruler, hero, and so on. Another word for nurturer would be the caretaker. Another reason why it's important to know your brand archetype is so that you know the voice to speak in, the colors to use for your brand, and the emotion that you want to convey to your consumers. So let me tell you, before you create a website, before you create a business card, you need to know your brand archetype, okay? Because you have to know the right colors to use. You have to know what emotion you're looking to bring about when your customers see you. It's very important. All successful businesses, they fall under brand archetypes. And let me give you an example.
Excuse me, where was that wheel from?
Oh, that was from thecopygirl.com.
Okay.
Absolutely. Okay, so here's two iconic brands that some of you might be familiar with. Let us lead you into temptation. That's Harley Davidson. How many people believe that Harley Davidson sells motorcycles? Okay, well, guess what? They don't. What they sell is this image. The image of being the rebel, the image of being the rebel on the weekends where you can get your leather jacket and you can go and you can be cool and fantastic and let the wind just blow in your hair. This is what Harley Davidson is selling you. They are far beyond bikes now, okay? Walt Disney, completely different brand archetype. Walt Disney is more of a magician brand archetype. We're selling you magic. We're selling anything is possible, fantasy, okay? Think about these things as you are creating your brand archetype. There are several tests that you can do, and when you work with a consultant that is worth their salt, they will walk you through the process of understanding and overstanding your brand archetype. Marketing strategies. Check my time. Okay, good. 8 ways to promote. Example of a CBD funnel. 6 tips for a successful trade show. 6-step process to go viral, and I'm talking about on Facebook, where apparently you can't advertise CBD products on Facebook. Well, I know someone that does, and I have some tips and tricks. But anyway, yeah. I know, right? All right. Dream 100 bonus, I'm going to talk about that too. Okay, different promoting channels. I'll go into all of these just to give you an idea of what I'm about to talk about. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and so affiliates and influencers. Facebook. Okay, so how do you navigate the world of Facebook? Here is a dirty, dirty, dirty trick, okay? Create a group. How about you create a group? How about you create a community of people that you can talk to about your products, and not just your products, but talk to them about other and health and wellness things that are related to your products. Talk to them about yoga. Talk to them about nutrition. Talk to them about living a healthy life. Talk to them about things that match your brand, okay? Create a Facebook group to build a community and create an online presence. Create a Facebook page to give value and promote non-CBD posts. Increase exposure to potential customers. Instagram. Instagram is fantastic. Create an Instagram page to create a face of the brand and increase brand exposure. Consider using influencers to drive sales. That's the hot thing right now. If someone already has a group of people that trust them, why not use them to help sell your products, okay? Because they've already built an audience. LinkedIn. I love LinkedIn. Fantastic for cannabis and CBD posts, okay? I see those types of posts all the time. Fantastic for making connections with people who are already in this industry. And I believe there's strength in numbers, okay? Public relations. Consider a public relations person. Excuse the typos. Consider hiring a firm to raise awareness about your brand. And why do you want to do this? Because this is going to make your brand appear larger and established, not just like you started yesterday. You don't want to look like you started yesterday, okay? Website. Create clean, simple websites. Less is more. The reason why less is more is because people don't read, okay? I noticed that people stop, I can tell you when people stop reading. People stop, because I was a college professor at the time, and I would give homework, and people wouldn't read. So let me tell you, people stopped reading back in 2012, I want to say. Create blogs and other content on your website. This is going to drive SEO, which is very important. That's how people find you. Influencers, again, like I said, identify a list of influencers within your arena and organize that list. Consider using influencers not just on Instagram, but on Snapchat, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Pinterest. Why? Because the prices are going to be a lot better, okay? Affiliates. Use affiliates to sell your products. Create an affiliate sign-up link on your website. That's great. Why not have someone else carry that message? Okay, use a group of affiliates to sell your products for a percentage of sales. That's also an option. Okay, there's sales that you would not have had. Okay, so why not give a percentage in order to get a sale? Don't be selfish. Funnels. Funnels are excellent ways to start generating sales. Create a funnel to streamline your customers down. This solves the issue with people not reading, okay? So with funnels, they read a lot less because you narrow them down to the sale. You have to carry your customers to the sale in order to make that sale happen. There's a higher conversion rate with funnels versus websites. Funnels convert, there's a 6 to 10% conversion rates compared to 2% with traditional websites. That's something to be mindful of. How do I know that? Okay, so I started with a drop shipping company. So I know all about drop shipping, CBD. Come see me, I'm at booth 107. All right. Well, when I created my website, I said, well, if you build it, they will come. How about they did not come, okay? They did not come. I had to learn about funnels. Eventually, I had to create my own brand, and that was something that helped me as well. So I don't know if this is gonna take me to the website. Is internet working? Does anyone know? Yes or no in the back? Is internet working?
Not sure.
Okay, well, let me see. I'm gonna try it out. They lied. Okay, so the internet is not working. I wanted to give you an example of what a sales funnel looks like, but I did take a picture of one of the funnels. This is the top of it. One of the funnels that I had for a company that I started called Hemp Logica. After starting that company and launching that brand, this is how you know that I know what I'm talking about. I started the company with just a name, Hemp Logica. 6 months later, after creating gummy bears and tinctures and an anti-aging serum and capsules, I had people who were looking to buy my company. 6 months later. Why? Because I had a brand, because I had a quality product. These are things that are very important to attract. There's so many big businesses now that are looking to acquire CBD companies. You want to be ready for that. You want to be attractive to them. Make yourself attractive by creating a brand. This is an example, again, of a sales funnel. This funnel drove in so much traffic for me and so many sales. Why? Because it's very clear. It's like, here you go, buy now. Buy here and buy now. No one cares about us and who did what and why. A funnel brings you right to what you want your customers to do. Trade shows. So I love trade shows. I have been doing brand ambassador work and trade shows since 1996, okay? I started with the Got Milk campaign. Anybody remember the Got Milk campaign? Oh, y'all old. Okay, so anyway, I'm young, y'all old. Okay, so 1996, I started working in the brand ambassador field. So trade shows, what you wanna do, this is how I reached investors, or excuse me, not investors, but people who are interested in buying my company by putting my company out there. You must do the trade shows. I have a lot of dirty trade show secrets. Make a list of trade shows and book in advance. Create a trade show budget. You have to have one. You just have to, okay? Because trade shows can cost you, but you can benefit from them a lot. Bring a lot of samples. Nobody knows who you are. So guess what? You have to give them samples. People like free stuff. Don't you like free stuff? That's what I'm talking about. Make sure you can sell. If you can't sell, you better find someone that can sell. Because if you can't sell, then guess what? You don't have a business. If you can't sell, you can't bring in the money to even hire anyone. So make sure you have someone that can sell. Hire a brand ambassador for extra hands. The reason why I say this is because trade shows get extremely busy. Add interactives to generate traffic to your booth. This is about getting people to recognize who you are and positioning yourself in the CBD industry. Okay, so here's a dirty trick that I used. How I generated thousands of dollars in sales and 6 million views in 1 week on Facebook. This is exactly what I did. I created a Facebook page. I paid for likes. I posted valuable articles. The articles were about, like I said, health-related articles, not necessarily about CBD, because you can't promote CBD posts unless you know what I know. Message followers via Facebook Messenger using messenger bots. There is a way to do this. Sell through Facebook Messenger. You can sell through Facebook Messenger, and I think that's fantastic because I've used this over and over again. It really does work. This is a page that I started called Natural Medicine Daily, and that is the page that I posted on and received a lot of positive feedback. Now, this is when I reached 1 million views, over 1 million views in 1 week on Facebook. Don't play with me. So it's very important that you know what you're doing in the first place, that you do your homework, because where there is a will, there is certainly a way. Anyone familiar with the Dream 100 book? Yay, okay. Dream 100 book. This goes back to influencers. Learn how to create a dream list of influencers who you would love to work with because you share the same values. These influencers can help articulate your values and prospects to customers, ultimately leading to sales. So this book is typically $2,000. This book is $2,000. How about I have a link that I'm going to give you. You can get it for 20 bucks. All you have to do is pay for shipping and handling. I have nothing to do with it. Here's the link if you want it. Ready? Here we go. Who has a pen and a piece of paper? Yeah. All right. Are you ready for the link? Yeah. All right. It's normally $2,000. Are you crazy? 20 bucks. Here it is. The link is dream100book.com, and you can kind of see it. It's really tiny. dream100book.com/free. Okay. This takes you directly to the author's website, who is offering this special promotion. This guy's from Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. Start wrapping it up. Okay, here we go. 3 challenges, 3 solutions. There's a lot of challenges in the CBD space. One of them actually is manufacturing, okay? Making sure that you can source a quality manufacturer. That was one of the problems that I had. Found a quality manufacturer, but sometimes you get pushed out of the way. I was giving my quality manufacturer $50K a month, but if there's someone else that's coming in with $200K or $400K, how about your order might get pushed to the side? How did I overcome that challenge? I became my own manufacturer. I secured a distribution and manufacturing, so that's what I do as well. Another challenge that I encountered, questionable partners. Questionable partners, okay? Who knows about questionable partners? Hi, okay, hi, yeah. Vet all partners. Get everything in writing. If it's not in writing, it didn't happen. Select partners that match your integrity and organizational culture. Merchant account issues. How many of you are familiar with merchant accounts crashing? Okay, everybody knows my stress. Okay, sometimes merchant accounts, they crash, they have different issues. Well, now there are merchant processors that will work with CBD companies, so you don't have to cloak anything anymore. Always work with reputable processors. Always have a backup merchant account. I cannot stress that enough. If you do not have a backup merchant account and your merchant account gets shut down, you may be out of a merchant account for like 3 months. That's sales you are losing. You don't want that. Ask me how I know. Okay. Advertising on Facebook. Work Facebook groups and pages, like I said earlier. I'm going to give you these retail and distribution tips. If you want to take a picture of this screen, you can, because I'm running a little bit out of time. 7 retail and distribution tips. Okay? Make sure you have samples. Target specific types of retail stores. Think outside the box. Don't just think Sprouts, okay? Think like holistic practitioners, okay? Think outside of the box. Think vending machines. There are CBD products that are now going into vending machines, and I have access to them. Make sure you have a dedicated account manager when you do get sales. Follow up with your customers. Selling to distributors. Oh, gosh, that's huge. You can sell to distributors. You can get other people to sell your products. They're going to beat you up on pricing. Make sure you start with the best margins possible. 6, customer service and account management tips. Customer service is huge, especially in this particular industry where people have questions. Be available. Have someone that's available as an account manager, and that's all they do. I mean, that's all they do is eat chips and manage accounts, okay? Salesforce, use a great customer relationship managed software program to help you organize things when you do get busy so that you don't lose sales. Always figure out a way to make a customer happy. That's a no-brainer. Professional appointment setters can be found in the Philippines for affordable prices. Make sure you're using everything that you can in order to help you grow, okay? Make sure you have a closers. We teach a process called predictable revenue. I don't know how many are familiar with that process, but it's a process that I teach. Make it easy to buy from your site, and make it easy to return a product if the customer is not happy. You will be surprised. This is that 330 square foot space that we were able to take from 0 to 2.6 million in 6 months. You notice brands, Terra, okay, you see a brand. You don't see an empty space or, you know, from Mama's Kitchen. No, you see a brand, Terra, that's what I mean. When you're competing, you want to make sure you have something that stands out, that's memorable. Think about getting accounts, tips on getting accounts, farmers markets. I've done a lot of them. In-person talks at retail accounts, in-person talks at stores, in-person talks at events, joint ventures with other companies, and again, working with affiliates. Okay, how to launch a successful CBD product line. Here's what you need. You can take a picture of this slide. We're getting ready to wrap up. There's 2 more slides, one and then one after this. These are all things I suggest you know. I suggest you know, and there's a lot. But you want to do your homework. It's my second page. Okay, so it looks like that is the end of my presentation. Do we have any questions? No questions? I love questions.
You said booth 107?
I'm at booth 107. Come see me. I have business cards up here. Come get a card.